Men, did you know the best way to protect your relationship is to keep secrets from your partner? No, really. Come here. Let me tell you why. If you want her to trust you and to be loyal to you for life, then listen up, because I'm about to teach you the 3 secrets that you must keep from her at all times or risk ruining your relationship. In fact, I'm about to tell you how I do this myself. The 3 dark secrets that I keep from my wife. I am Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist, and I show you how to build better relationships. Now, shout out to my members who support this channel. Your support means everything to me. Thank you so much for believing me, and thank you for taking this journey together. We're about to take some bigger steps, and I look forward to sharing those with you. And also, thank you everybody who's a new viewer on here. I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. Welcome to the channel, and buckle up, because there's a lot to cover today. Now, guys, I have been helping couples build authentic connections based on transparency, honesty, and trust for many, many years. And now I'm going to show you how to build your wife's trust in you and create a stable family connection using selective secrecy. Do this only if you want to inspire the sort of devotion a woman where she feels safe and adores you completely, where you're confident that you are the man that you need to be to take care of your family. If that's you, let's get into it. All right, guys, here's the first thing that I keep from my wife when I'm scared. There's a lot of things that men can be scared about in this world. It's not shameful. Fear is a natural part of life. But what might make you afraid? World news, giant wars, the economy, plagues everywhere. There's all kinds of reasons, all plastered over the internet, bumping into your phone, crashing into your eyeballs, that could make you afraid of the outside world. There is so much stress floating around, and it's hard to live in this earth. It is. There's also personal challenges like business projects, health issues that you might be dealing with. There's all kinds of reasons to be afraid and stressed out. Now, resisting that fear, that's masculine virtue. Resistance to fear and pushing through it anyway makes you disciplined. It makes you strong. It makes you reliable. It is masculine to push through anyway. There's a saying that courage is the first of all virtues because no other virtues can survive without courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but pushing through fear. It is taking action in spite of fear, taking right action in spite of fear. Now, a man of courage, and a man who takes that courage and walks through fire with it, builds and inspires confidence in other people. They feel safe when you're around you because you are a safety bubble above them. You are walking through with broken glass everywhere, and you are walking a calm path through the middle. And they say, okay, I'll be safe if I walk right there behind him. When you are confident, when you are courageous, you inspire courage and safety in others. Now, men out there, I am asking you, please, in this world that we are in, where it is so easy to be afraid, I am asking you, please, to step into your masculine power, the one that you know is inside of you, and create perceived safety for others, especially in your family, especially the people who love you. Men, we must together learn emotional discipline. Let me tell you a story about my friend Jack. Jack lived in a hell environment. He was in high pressure sales. He was always riding the edge. There was always another challenge around the corner. Work was hard, and his boss was a jerk, and he worked in an industry that was about to go like that. But when Jack would walk home from his car and open the door, you would have no idea. I remember being there one day, and I remember visiting the family with my family, and Jack walked in the front door, and it looked like he had come home from vacation. He was so relaxed. He was calm. He was steady. And I knew, because I got text messages from that day, how awful his day was. But the moment he came home, calm. And his wife, who had been nervous before that, saw him and changed. She was so calm and so ready. And his kids gathered around him. They were smiling, and they were happy to see him. Now imagine if he had come home. Oh, everything's terrible. Oh, it could all end. Oh, the family falls apart. But because Jack stood up and maintained that strength, everybody else was strong too. Now, if you don't do this, because it's tempting not to, it's hard to do it. Somebody has to. She will be. right? TikTok is covered in stories of women who are exhausted by being in their masculine energy. What is masculine energy? It's protective and forms a barrier on the outside. I say men build structures and women fill those structures. If you don't provide a safe structure, she will build one, and then she will resent you. Being in her masculine energy means she is anxious, so she is always finding solutions. She is always solving problems. She is consistently having to provide stability. She is having to calm scared people. She's having to calm herself. She doesn't even have time to process her own feelings because she is endlessly doing the role of a protector and a provider. If that's the case, she will get resentful of you. She will push back. There'll be very little sex. She will also have very low physical intimacy with you non-sexually, no affection, very little kindness, a lot of nagging, a lot of complaining about you not doing things, you not sticking to your word, you not doing the things that would make her feel safe. You'll hear a lot of complaints about not feeling safe. If she's not in her feminine energy, she's in her masculine energy, and you don't want that. Now, compacted with all of this, you trying to provide stability and be in your masculine. If you have attachment issues, I'm the attachment specialist. I'll explain. Attachment is your ability to connect to other human beings openly, honestly, to get your needs met and to feel safe and to feel heard and to feel respected and believe people will take you seriously and that they won't abandon you. Attachment issues make it even harder for you to do this because you will feel alone all the time. Even if you have a wife, even if you have friends, even if you have family, your attachment issues will whisper to you that you are alone and no one's going to help you. You will feel unsupported. You'll feel insecure, even if you're not. I have coaching clients who have $10 million in the bank and they are terrified every day. When you have attachment issues, you cannot regulate your feelings. You are irrational and afraid. It will eat away at the heart of you. So take some steps to present as calm and confident in your life. These steps I'm about to outline for you will help you do that. Number 1, continuously check your mental state. At least twice a day, morning and night. Stop and check in. Where am I at right now? What does my stress level feel like right now? Doesn't matter if you're a blue-collar worker or an executive or an entrepreneur. Check your stress level because it will be there. All of us have a stress level. Where is my stress level right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, let me rate how that feels. How does my nervous system feeling? Am I amped up? Am I elevated? Am I agitated? Am I having a hard time letting go of thoughts? Am I cycling and ruminating on the same continuous issues? Can I not calm down and relax? Am I craving a dopamine binge? Think about these things. Check your mental state. 1 to 10, how agitated are you? Don't say anxious. Anxious is a pathology issue. How agitated am I? Check that mental state. Be aware of it. That's very important. Number 2, filter your description of your feelings. What I just said there, don't say, how anxious am I? How agitated am I? Now, we used to have 20 different words for this elevated state. Anxious was one of them. Agitated, stressed, nervous, worried, ruminative. There were so many different words we used to use. Now, therapy language. I am anxious. Okay, you can't do much about anxious except do some breathing techniques and then take a pill. Check your descriptions of how you feel. The words you use for in yourself and if you do speak to somebody else. I am agitated right now. Even better, externalize that. My nervous system is spiking right now. Okay, what do I want to do about that? I am anxious. Well, there's nothing I can do because that's a psychological issue. I am agitated. What would make me not agitated? My nervous system is spiking, if you can externalize it. My nervous system is spiking. What would I like to do about that as a rational being that is not just my nervous system? Think of that. Step number 3, focus on being solution focused when you're speaking with her and when you're in your own head. Like what I just said there. What would I like to do about that? What would solve the problem? If you have to talk with her about some of the challenges that are happening in the outside world, being solution focused. Okay, here's a reality. We're going to deal with it. Here are some steps we can take. Don't come and say, oh, everything's terrible. I don't know what we're going to do. Come with some solutions. Okay, step number 4, we're going to talk about how to get there. If you don't know how to build those, we'll talk about that. But be solution focused in how you speak to her and in your own head. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. What can I do about this? If you aren't sure, if you can't do it yourself, step number 4, share with some trusted male friends if necessary. Male friends, because we are solution finding machines. Female friends can be helpful. Female family members especially can be helpful for processing, but male friends will help you find solutions. Our brains click together and then all of them come together with all the different solutions we found and we share those solutions. Share solutions. Guy, I am so stressed out. I don't know what to do. When I get stressed, I have 2 very dear friends that I go to and I say, I am feeling agitated about this topic. I need some help finding a solution to it. I don't have that yet. They say, okay, I got 10 minutes. Let's do this. And I share it and they say, okay, here's what I think you could do. What about this, this, and this? Ask clarifying questions. Okay, here is the solution that my brain has created based on what I have done. That's great. Thank you. Then if I need to, I can go share it with my wife and explain that to her. Now, sharing with trusted male friends can relieve some of the stress instead of dumping it on your family. Have that person you can share with. Crucial that you have that for when the overflow happens and you can't maintain it anymore. All of this, what keeping this secret is going to do. She looks to you for clues on how to react to situations. When you look stable, she feels safe. She stays calm. She can continue with her life because she looks at you and you've got it covered. You've got it covered because you've worked with your male friends, or you're going to. You know where to go to get solutions, but you haven't wrecked her life or your kids' lives because of your fear. Now, we talked before about attachment and its role in this. That's attachment and connection with yourself and with other people. That will help you manage those issues so you can stop that overwhelming, that overthinking problem, the irrational issues. You can also maintain better emotional discipline. And that will help you share with your male friends when that's needed. Now, I have the Attachment Bootcamp video course that can help you do this by teaching you how to resolve those feelings yourself instead of releasing them on your family members, and how to share with the people who are going to help you find those solutions. Now, guys, you must have a backup plan to use when your stress level gets high and you start to worry and it starts to bubble over. So after this video, hit me in the comments and share with me one activity or tool that you have used in the past or you're going to use to manage your emotions the next time you feel tempted to vent a fear to the wrong person. And if you don't have one, ask, I can help. Now, fear is the first secret that I keep, but the second secret is a lot more insidious and it requires a lot of discipline and a lot of focus on your part. So are you ready for it? The second thing that I keep from my wife is the negativity of the outside world. Let me explain. The news cycle is driven by endless fear for ad clicks. It's designed to make you feel about things you cannot fix. It undermines your masculinity continuously. The outside world, it can make you feel afraid, but it's not just your fear response. It's the outside world itself, you guys. There's corrupting media that tries to come in and encourage brokenness, encourage division among your family, encourage fear, encourage doubt to tear apart families. There are way too many husbands out in this world bringing materials into their home that should not be in their home. This could be fear-mongering news sources. It could be really inappropriate memes. It could be pornography that your child finds. It could be anything from the outside world that threatens the health and stability of your family. Now, guys, your job as the man of the house is to be a masculine protector, to provide safety and filtering for your family. Men build structures, right? If you're in your masculine, you build that protective wall for your family. If you don't, she will have to do this. You need to be filtering what you bring in from outside, including what you bring into your phone, including what you put onto your television, including what you have on your laptop. All of that needs to be controlled. Don't be texting her crazy stuff that scares her. Oh man, look at this horrible news story. Don't do that. But also don't bring terrible movies in that's going to divide your family and teach your kids horrible values. Don't do that either. Instead, yes, filter, and then choose to bring in positive things that you'd like your family to focus on, things that make your family grow. Now, there's so many things that you could bring in instead, you guys. This is a huge missed opportunity that most fathers and most husbands don't think about. You can bring positive things like self-improvement tools. You can have religious works if they're applicable to you. You can be investigating classical literature together, classical movies. There's the Socratic questioning method for growth of just talking with each other and bonding. You can have activities around this. There's games for that. You could be learning new skills together. You can lead discussions at your table about these things. You can guide the family forward into personal growth instead of sharing terrible movies that will teach them counter values that you don't agree with, but you just let saturate your family. And guys, I will tell you this, you have to lead by example. Do what I say, not what I do, didn't work for any of us as kids, and it's not going to work for your kids, and it's also not going to build your wife's respect for you. So you need to guide and lead by example, right? Always be growing yourself, always be improving, and filter the things you consume as well. Be the filter for your family that they need to shelter them from the insanity and the mental danger that is out there in this world. This is your calling as a man. You are here to protect. Do that. Now, when you do this, she will thrive because she knows she's your priority and your focus. And there's not added stress from outside eating away at your family. And you all unify around these great things that you're sharing together. If you want to bond as a family and watch her grow, bring in positive and filter out the bad. Do it. Now, ladies who are watching this, and I know that you are, would you rather hear about world news or would you rather talk about your future as a couple? Give your answer in the comments so that men see it clearly spelled out because they need to hear it. All right, guys, number 3. And the first 2 filters come from outside, but the third one is far more personal and it's harder to control. You need to master this one if you want to build her trust in you. And doing this is also going to stop you from wrecking your own relationship. Really important. So are you ready? The third thing I keep from my wife is my criticisms of her, especially where I feel that she's falling short at times. I have 4 kids. My wife works hard, very hard. She is a good, devoted wife. Hi, honey. I'm sure you're watching right now. The last thing that she needs when she is giving her honest best is constant criticisms when she is trying that hard. Someone picking her apart when she is giving it her very best effort. I'm not talking about if you have a wife who's lazy and doesn't care. I'm talking about when a wife is really trying and you're having a bad day and you just pick at her instead. Too many men unload on their partner when they come home stressed from work, or they bark orders, or they are constantly tearing her down and crushing her dreams and crushing her efforts and disregarding that she put flowers on the table to make it look nice for you, disregarding the meal she said at the table. You are saying, I am sorry, I'm too busy to spend time with you in this nice room that you just cleaned so we can spend the evening together. Guys, let me say this clearly. Nagging your partner, dismissing your partner, hurting your partner in this way is not masculine. It's not noble if you want to have a noble character. This is not what men do. Now, I get it. It is so easy after the first year to do this. Your dopamine's low, bonding is difficult, life gets stressful, right? It can be so easy. But you can't let it happen. Even if she's making mistakes, guiding someone takes patience. It takes care, empathy, love, right? Do you know how to give careful feedback? Let me show you. When you come home at night, check to see what she's done. Ask, how was your day? What did you get done today? Not criticizing. What did you get done today? What did you accomplish today? What do you feel good about accomplishing today? Encourage her. Hey, babe, that looks great. Thank you for that. Say thank you. Gratitude is huge for women. Hey, babe, thank you. I appreciate you picking up all the laundry and doing all that. I have all these clean shirts for my man. That's great. Thank you so much. It's not about being a servant or a slave or a simp. It's about appreciating what she has done and encouraging the good. When you encourage and reward the good, it gets repeated. And they feel loved and seen and heard. And she feels safe with you so she can devote herself to you. Now, when you're in a conflict with her and she's stressed out or she's scared or there's a clash of interests, stop and say, okay, sweetheart, what do you need from this? Tell me what you need from this. Instead of trying to push to get yours, what do you need from this? Not, man, you're being mean right now. I don't even care. I don't even want to help you. No, what do you need from this challenge? Instead of criticizing her behavior, why are you acting like this? And what do you need? How can I help you? What need do you have? I'm not just going to do it, but what need do you have? Let's talk about it. Okay, that's your need. I can help you with that. Guide her in that conflict into a peaceful place. It may not take much, because doing that shows her that you take her seriously. You're not criticizing or attacking her. Now, if you need a change, sometimes wives aren't perfect. Hey, it's all right. They're not perfect, but you need to guide those changes. Hey, sweetheart, I saw you did this. Thank you for that effort, right? Thank you for that effort. Next time, I'd prefer this. Could you do this for me? It means something to me because blank. This would mean a lot. Thank you for the effort. Next time, this would mean a lot for this reason. Could you make this change for me? Hey, can you talk to me about why you made this decision? Okay, now I understand. Next time, could we do this instead? How can I help you next time to make this choice over here? You did this because you were scared. Okay, how can we make you feel safer next time so that you can make this other choice? Work with her. Ask for those changes. Guide her in that, right? Help during this conflict. Cooperate in this conflict. Build her trust in you. It's not just about not criticizing and eroding the trust. It's about building that trust. These are crucial skills that you need to practice if you're going to be a man with a wife. Now, we've talked about attachment. I am the attachment specialist. Secure attachment will help a lot with this, especially avoidant men. Avoidant men tend to come in and they see things out of place, so they feel like, okay, I've done everything to make you feel good. I'm going to have to, push a different button. So they criticize. They push to criticize. Fathers who criticize are usually very avoidantly attached. They don't know how else to make it happen, so they push a pain button, and a person jumps, and they say, okay, that got him. That's the button I needed to push. And then later, they feel bad, so then they push a good button to make them feel good. But all you're doing is alternating pain and pleasure, and that doesn't make someone trust you. It makes someone think that they can't trust when you make them feel good anymore. Fix your avoidant attachment if that's the case. Her attachment may also need a boost too. There's anxious women out there who are obsessed with pleasing, but then they get really scattered thoughts because they're agitated and stressed. So then they do irrational things and they're always overloaded and it's harder for them to achieve tasks. If that's the case, her attachment may need some help too, especially if she can't take even small guidance from you. It feels like huge criticism. She may need that. I have the Attachment Bootcamp video course that will guide both of you through fixing that. And you can take it together and build discussions around each video inside that course. You'll learn conflict resolution skills. You'll solve problems much faster. And if there is any lingering issues that prevents you from getting closer to each other and building this, it will fix those too. I recommend that course. So guys, what you need to do from this is to be appreciative and guiding on the outside and be genuine and gentle about it. Gentleness is a show of strength to a woman. Check out my video on why 1 in 3 men aren't having sex for more info on that, because that will boost your sex life. But know that showing gentleness, when you don't have to, showing gentleness out of kindness, mercy, she can trust you this way. It's similar to the emotional discipline piece from earlier in this video. We've walked you through that emotional discipline. This is a whole new level, because this isn't just your emotional discipline. This is how you extend that patience to other people as they learn discipline too. This marks you, by the way, as a potentially wonderful father, and it grows her faith in you for that reason too. So, how to do this? Let's step into this and take some initial steps. Take time to reward her hard effort, even if it's flawed. Hey, you know what? Thank you. I really appreciated you doing that. That was great. Small note, could you do this different next time? It will be even better. It didn't diminish from this time. Next time, I would love this. Also, make sure that you're teaching instead of punishing effort that's flawed. Just like that. Hey, you know what? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Next time, that was like, That was like an A. This would be an A+. If you could do this for me, it would mean so much to me. If she doesn't like that phrasing, cool. You know what? That was amazing. Thank you. This would be a whole new level for me. Could you do this next time for me? Thank you so much. Reward, don't punish. Then focus on improvement over time instead of perfection now, right? There's fathers who come home and yell at their wife and kids, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, I'm tired. No. What can we do over time to grow? Very important. Now, do not forget to acknowledge that effort. Very, very important. And ask her what she would value as a reward for her devotion. Hey, you know what? You did so great with this. What can I do for you as thanks? How can I help? This is how you can build her over time into a powerful force in your home and family. As you cultivate that discipline in her, as you guide her to the right times and the right efforts and all of those pieces, you cultivate her into a powerful force in your home. Guys who complain about women who are not helpful, it's usually because the guy is not guiding correctly and he is not being the husband he needs to be. And frankly, guys, when you do this, it's how you prove to her that you are the man she was meant to be with and the man she was meant to devote herself wholeheartedly to. You want her loyalty and her devotion? This is how you build it. Now, men, it is your job to protect your wife and your family, to protect them from fear, from corruption, and from discouragement. Now, this is not just about raising the shield and protecting them. It's about helping them thrive so that they grow under that shield. I will tell you this. You must do this because nobody else is going to do it for them. This is your call to action because only you can do this. Now, important disclaimer here. Secrets are good when reality is too horrible for your family to endure. This is not about lying, by the way, or blinding them or smothering them so they don't see the truth. It's about filtering and protecting them so that they can grow in safety. Safety from your fear in the outside world and safety from your harsh criticism. These are the three areas where you can protect and honor and respect your relationship. Taking up these secrets makes you respectable and authentic. And controlling your urges to just have those feelings and react makes you a dependable man who is worthy of that respect and trust. Now, this is who you are. Step into it so that you can see your family thrive. And if you need help becoming such a man, send me an email. I'm at support@adamlanesmith.com, or you can leave a comment and let's talk. Let's build you into your best self together. Guys, thank you for being here. I am Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist, and to get a scientifically proven reason why you must protect your family from destructive external influences, check out my video, OnlyFans and the Collapse of Modern Society. I'll see you in that video.